What is up, Jets Nation? And today we're going to talk about the possibilities of the New York Jets acquiring, via trade, wide receiver Adam Thielen from the Minnesota Vikings. And the day of this recording is April the 10th, 2022 at 2200 hours. Okay, guys, so I know a lot of you guys may be saying, well, Thielen is a bit old. Why would we go after Thielen? Does it make sense? In some aspects, it does. I think that veteran presence inside of this Jets wide receivers room would be a huge addition to the Jets organization, to the wide receiver room, and more than anything, to our young rookie quarterback, Zach Wilson. When you look at Thielen, the guy put up crazy numbers every single year. And he hasn't really had a major injury problem. If you take a look at his injuries, in 2018, he had a concussion. He was out for like half a game, like only 2 quarters. And this is 2018. If you're looking at 2019, he only missed 1 game due to a hamstring injury. And he came back in the same game. If you're looking at 2019 again, 2 injuries in 1 season, 2019. But if you're looking at 2019 again, his second injury was another hamstring injury. He missed 4 games. If you look at 2020, a small ankle sprain. Once again, didn't really miss a lot of time. If you look at 2021, he had a high thigh bruise. He missed a few quarters. And also in 2021, he had a high ankle sprain week 13. He missed a game. And I think he was injured again that kept him out of the playoff run, or either it was the last 2 games of the season. So he missed the final season, or the final 2 games in the season. But so my point is, yes, he's been injured, but we're not talking like surgery injuries here. We're talking like hamstrings, which he's out for, miss a game, or high sprain or low sprain ankle injury, which he's literally missing like half of a quarter. I mean, for a guy at the age of 31, that is pretty solid. And if you want to look at his numbers that he's putting up, so in 2018, 113 receptions, 1,373 yards, 9 touchdowns. 2019, he averaged 30 receptions, 418 yards, 13.9 yards average with 6 touchdowns. 2020, he averaged 74 receptions with 925 yards, 12.5 yard average with 14 touchdowns. And just last season alone, he averaged 67 receptions, 726 yards receiving, and he also averaged 10 touchdowns. Now, that is a quality wide receiver in the NFL. That is a number 1 receiver who can give Zach Wilson, the New York Jets fans, and the New York Jets staff what we need, what we're looking for. Now, he's not the receiver that you're trying to like just completely gut the defense when it comes to far as like speed and going deep. That's not his game. But he is a stud when it comes to route running, great hands. And for a young quarterback like ours, Mr. Zach Wilson, that's what he needs. That's exactly what he needs. And I feel like the Thielen can really fit in the LaFleur system. Now his contract, he re-signed his contract in April of 2019 for 4 years. Roughly base value of that contract was like $64 million. 18 million of it was guaranteed, but he's played 2 years of that contract now. So maybe we can work a little magic. Maybe give Vikings a 4th round pick this year, and maybe next year another 4th or a 5th, maybe a 6th from next year just to get him. And maybe the Vikings could eat just a little bit of that money, for the trade. And I think, guys, like that would literally solidify our wide receiver room. And of course, I still want another receiver in the draft. I'm huge on Alec Pierce. very huge. But I'll make another video about that one. So with that being said, I mean, the guy, yards per game, his touchdowns, his receptions, his presence in the game, his durability. For a guy his age, I think if you can give Zach Wilson a veteran wide receiver like Alan Thielen, that could really truly develop Zach Wilson. And not to mention, he does have a chemistry with our newly acquired tight end from the Vikings. Yes, absolutely. So to me, there's a lot that could be beneficial from us signing Adam Thielen. I think he would be a great fit, as I previously stated. I think maybe the only issue that I really would have is just his age. But I mean, he's technically not falling off. I mean, 2021 he had 10 touchdowns. 10. He didn't reach that 1,000-yard mark, but 730. And we still have the young Elijah Moore. We still have Corey Davis. We still have Braxton Berrios. And look at my other previous video. I believe that Denzel Mims is going to have a great season this year. So if you add a veteran stud like an Adam Thielen, I truly believe that really could go a long way in building this offense and building the confidence and building that and building with Zach Wilson, building his legacy, getting him to a point to where he can actually say, okay, I can really play in this league. So, I mean, it's a shot, but I like it. And another thing is, like, the Jets is with JD, the general manager, he always seems to go the route that no one is really looking when it comes to trying to predict what the Jets are going to do. I mean, we all thought for sure that we would get Amari Cooper. I mean, Amari Cooper is the guy that was 2 seasons ago we were like really interested in. I mean, even Allen Robinson. But according to sources, Amari Cooper and the Jets, they couldn't get on the same terms or the same page far as trying to get him on the Jets. What Joe Douglas was willing to pay was not what Amari Cooper and his agent was willing to accept. So, or even the Cowboys. So, they backed away from that. But my point being is that I honestly thought those guys, one of two of those guys would definitely land on the Jets. Didn't happen. Did not happen. Now, we haven't signed a big name wide receiver or wide receiver one this year, but it goes to show that JD sometimes, and maybe even Coach Saleh too, I'm sure, they go after the guys that fit their system. Maybe not a top tier guy, but a guy that's right underneath that. So when everybody's looking at the Marcus Williams and the safety from Texans, Reed, and the safety from Cincinnati and Bates, and I know Cincinnati re-signed him, but the thing is, we were looking at all these different directions, and what did they do? They went right to the Buccaneers, and they signed Whitehead. You get what I'm saying? So a lot of times when everybody's looking left, JD and Saleh and the Jets, they're going right. So this is one of the main reasons why I picked Thielen. I think it's a possibility. How could it not be? Right? All right. So once again, this is the Jets Show. I am your host, Show himself. Like what I did there again? And I would love for you guys to like, subscribe, comment. Let me know your thoughts. Let me see if you feel like he's a fit. If he's not a guy that you want on the team, let me know if it's a possibility. Let me know what you think. So once again, guys, like, comment, subscribe, share your thoughts, and I'll also respond back to your comments. As always, go Jets. And it's good to be here, guys. This is my second video. Take care and enjoy your night.